Hello, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers all over the world. Those who love what I'm doing and those who support me directly or indirectly, I bless you all and I welcome you all to this early morning broadcast of Friday, being the 13th day in the month of February in the year 2023. Please, I don't want to waste much of your time because time is money. And wherever you are this moment, just receive my greetings and also my blessings. I bless you. Bless your works of your hand for supporting me, for listening to my content, for also being a part of this ministry, because this ministry is moving to the permanent site anytime soon. 4 killed as gunmen attack Anambra communities. Commissioner of Police arrested over alleged 250 million fraud. Unizik lecturer have given birth to Septuplets, that is 7 kids. This woman, wow, if you just born this one only once, hey, maybe you just go tie your womb, because if you born like that again, now we say your husband go wrong. No? Just like that woman in one African country that gave birth to 39 children. At the age of 40, she gave birth to 39 children. I don't know. The woman is born in like 5'6", 5'6", 5'6", 5'6", and she still they accept penetration. Now that one shook me. An intending couple shot dead by unknown gunmen 1 week to their wedding. This is heartbreaking. 1 week to their wedding, they were shot dead by unknown gunmen, and it can only happen in the East. Government has abandoned our children. Parents of kidnapped students resolved to selling belongings to pay ransom to bandits. What the moment P2B was whisked into helicopter due to mammoth crowd in Nsukka. And what did they call him? Reno Omonkita, the small goat, who is shouting, is still out there criticizing Obi. I don't know what Obi must have done to this man. Simply because Obi does not endorse you or does not bring you into his own campaign council or does not give you money so that you will be writing rubbish, making your own money. And people will be thinking that, oh, this man is really criticizing Obi simply because he wants the best for Nigerians. No. Far from that, this man is doing his business. Is into what do they call it? Is into controversial news on Twitter, because they have a verified Twitter account. So whatever news he posts there, the views, the comments, and the rest of them, the retweeting and the others pays him. So that is the only thing he can say. That's the only place he can boast. He make get a revenue. So thinking that oh, this man have interest of Nigerians at heart, my dear, far from that. Do not even think him. So, my dear people, in order to watch my channel, please endeavor to do that, because we're about to take off now. Starting your seatbelt. Intended couple shot dead by unknown gunmen 1 week to their wedding. What could trigger this? I don't know, but let's see what happens. An intended couple identified as Mba Ifeoma Gloria and Emezie Tochukwu Martin have been murdered by unknown gunmen barely 1 week to their wedding in Imo State. Nigerian news understand that the couple, whose wedding was slated for January 18 of 2023, were killed alongside the groom's brother, who was driving them to Atarindi Zog in the Dato North local government area of the state. A resident who spoke to journalists about the incident said the issue of reckless kidnapping and burning of vehicles has been consistent in the community since last year. According to the resident, hoodlums specialize in stealing flashy cars and killing their owners if they refuse to release them, adding the community has lodged a complaint at the state police command. He said a young man who was coming home for his marriage was killed in his village yesterday night, Tuesday, with his fiancée and brother, who was conveying them in his keke tricycle. This happened at Ndia Jeze Izog in the Dato local government area of Imo State. We complained to this reckless kidnapping and killing and burning of vehicles in Arondizog last year, and the police spokesperson assured me that something was already being done about it, and yet did not do anything. But since then, the killing and kidnapping have been happening every day. The people of Arondizog did not come back for Christmas and New Year. The few that came could not move around in their cars. As we speak, there was a mass exodus of people from Arondizog this morning, Wednesday, after the incident of last night. The hoodlum specializes in stealing flashy cars and killing their owners if they refuse to release them. Other times, cars are burnt in the process. We are no longer safe in Arondizog. Students are afraid of going to school Our mothers no longer go to markets for fear of unknown. Please help us before we are finished. The spokesperson for the police in the state, Michael Abatam, confirmed the incident when contacted by police. Then what are they doing about it? The answer is nothing. They are not doing anything. Rather, they will support the Fulani jihadists who are unleashing mayhem to the Nigerians rather than to fight those people who are making life unbearable for the citizens in their own land and in their own country. 4 people have been killed as the government attacked Anambra community. At least 4 people were reportedly killed on Thursday evening when unknown gunmen stormed the Nzomewu Street in the Ezeani community, here the local government area of Anambra State. Reports reaching Okute News in collaboration with NigerNews.com on Wednesday and Thursday revealed that the assailants invaded the community yesterday, Thursday, shooting aimlessly and thereby killing the victims, 3 males and a female said to be pregnant. Sources who confirmed the incident to Punch said the target of the gunmen could not be ascertained as yet as they only came in shooting into the air and immediately fled the scene after killing the victims. Confirming the attack, in a press statement, the state police spokesperson DSP Tochukwu Ikenga said the bodies of the victims have been deposited at the mortuary. Ikenga said police and military operations have been intensified in Ihiala and its neighboring town as operatives responded to a distress call in the early hours of a Thursday, between Wednesday and Thursday. That is from 12 a.m. on Nzomewu Street, Eze and Ihiala. They cover lifeless bodies, 3 males and 1 female at the scene. Preliminary information revealed that the criminal elements armed with AK-47 start shooting indiscriminately and unprovoked. Unfortunately, bullets hit 4 unarmed civilians. The bodies have been deposited in the morgue. This is what we keep hearing all the time. It has become a norm in Nigeria. Killings have become a norm. That even the security operatives are not doing anything about it because they are also being killed in the process. Commissioner of Police arrested over 250 million naira fraud. The Lagos State Police, Lagos State Command of the Nigerian Police Force has confirmed the arrest of one Oluwole Akande for allegedly impersonating a commissioner of police to commit a fraud. The CP, whose identity was used, Yetunde Lunch, confirmed the event to journalists in Lagos yesterday, noting that the suspect was trailed and apprehended by the State Command's Criminal Investigation Department. According to her, the 55-year-old criminal was arrested after defrauding an unsuspecting 80-year-old man of 250 million naira. Lunch says she got a call from the force headquarters through CP, Commissioner of Police Frank Mba, a former force spokesperson, who questioned her on the matter. She explained that the victim's wife called Mba to inform him of an alleged plan by one CP, Lunch, to demand millions of naira from her husband so as to drop a petition on her table against him. CP Frank Mba replied to the wife of the victim that he knows CP Yetunde Lunch cannot make such mischievous demand and promised to call her to verify and get back to the woman. CP Frank Mba called me to relay the matter and I confirmed that the information was totally wrong. I said there was no petition of such before me and I don't even know the victim. It was at this time the state Criminal Investigation Department Panti was informed to trace the suspect and he was apprehended. He confessed of having impersonated me, Lunch said. While being interrogated, the suspect, who claimed to be a resident of Ojokuru area of Lagos, said he started the business of impersonating in 2022, certain that CP Lunch was the only person he had used. Akande confessed that after discovering his victim, he decided to frame him up on an issue he knew nothing about by calling to inform him of a petition concerning an illegal business the victim was involved in. He claimed he was the only person involved in the crime, stressing that he knew the impersonation would dent the image of CP Yetunde Lunch, but that he never knew it would backfire. It was gathered that after 1.5 million naira was paid to Akande, the suspect also through other means allegedly collected more money from the victim, amounting to 250 million naira as of the time of reporting this very issue. Nija News learned that the victim sold 2 of his houses and the filling station to meet the demands of the suspect until his wife contacted CP Mba, which led to his arrest. That is a greediness. You job somebody and they pay you, and you still want to render that person useless. This one a complete original scam using another person's name, and you still don't want to give up. You keep on pressuring them until the case is reported. Maybe if you have been taking the little one you got, not that I'm supporting what you did, but if you have been at least manage the little one you got and they make use of it, it will have not backfire. But since you have made them to lose almost everything they have, that is why they have to report, so that to get it to the end of it. Because I'm very sure if they didn't make this report, you still on complaining, you keep on collecting money from them from time to time. Your cop don't fool, and be that. Music lecturer give birth to septuplets. The photos will emerge. Ngozi Uzodike, a lecturer at the Anambra University, Awka, Anambra State, has delivered a set of septuplets, 7 babies, at the Obi Jackson Women and Children Hospital, Okija, here at the local government area of last Sunday, on January 8, in December 2022. The new mother, who works at the Department of Business Administration, delivered 7 babies, 2 boys and 5 girls, lamented that she had not been paid salary since she started working at the institution in December of 2020. This comes after the hospital is threatening to stop medication on 6 of her babies after losing one of the child, a girl child. What painful. Speaking to journalists, on Wednesday, her husband, Celestine Uzodike, said they could only pay 1.6 million naira of the 9 million billed by the hospital. Uzodike lamented that his wife had never earned a kobo as salary even after being promoted from assistant lecturer to lecturer 2. He further appealed to the federal government to pay the 2-year salary arrears owed to the new mother and also come to their aid. The babies came out prematurely at 26-week gestation period, and the hospital said they will need to place under intensive care, that is incubator, and each of them will cost 3 million naira. One of them has died, leaving 6 babies. That is why they billed us like that. The mother, who was very weak to speak after the delivery, said, "All I want is for the philanthropists, both in Anambra State and Nigeria at large, to come to our aid in order to offset the hospital bill." What happened to Obi Jackson? Child, God have mercy. My dear, your children, they will survive in Jesus' name. Nothing will happen to them. Nothing will happen to them. We are calling on women in Nigerians are using this platform also to send out this message that a woman who has delivered 7 kids needed the help of the masses to offset the 9 million naira bill the hospital are giving to them because the kids were delivered prematurely. So they need to be in intensive care unit, that's the incubator, to help the baby to develop normally. Please, I'm calling on the general public, anything you can do, no amount is too small. Please, get to the Obi Jackson hospital or whatever it's being called to render your help. Government have abandoned our children. Parents of kidnapped students resolve to sell belongings to pay ransom to terrorists. The parents of kidnapped schoolgirls have accused both the Kpai State and Nigerian government of abandoning their children in captivity at the sale. They resolved to sell personal belongings to pay 100 million naira ransom demanded by the terrorists. Nigeria News record that some bandits attacked federal government college Birnin Yawuri Kebbi on June 17 of 2021 and abducted 100 students and 8 teachers from the school. However, some of the students escaped from the gunmen during the abduction while others were rescued by security operatives. The bandits on October 21 of 2021 released 30 of the abducted students, and since then, not fewer than 11 students are in their custody for about 18 good months now. According to the Sahara reporters, the spokesperson for the 11 parents, Salim Kaoje, said they have resolved to sell their personal belongings, including houses, farmland, and other items, to raise the demanded ransom of 100 million naira. The parents also called on United Nations, UNICEF, the United States, the United Kingdom, and the kind-hearted Nigerians to urge President Muhammadu Buhari administration to negotiate the release of their children from captivity. Kaoje added that parents on their own reached out to the mother of the leader of the bandits who helped to negotiate the terms of release. He said, "We met on January 8 of 2023 to discuss how to secure the release of our children since their abduction over 1 year plus. Since the authorities have abandoned our children, we resigned ourselves to our fate. And luckily, we contacted the mother of the leader of the bandits who helped to negotiate the terms for us. We have resolved to sell our personal belongings, including houses, farmland, vehicles, etc., to rescue our children because the bandits have warned that they will kill the 11 girls if we fail to raise the ransom that they demanded." Watch moment Peter Obi was whisked into a helicopter due to mammoth crowd in Nsukka to welcome the presidential candidate of Labour Party. A video showing the moment the presidential candidate of the Labour Party for the 2023 election, Peter Obi, on Thursday was whisked away into a helicopter has surfaced on social media. Nigeria News report that Labour Party flag bearer arrived in Enugu for a political rally earlier today, but held a brief meeting at both campuses and University of Nigeria located at Nsukka, Imo State. However, the mammoth crowd at Nsukka refused to let Obi, who was a student of the UNN where he studied philosophy, go, as they held tightly to him. He took the intervention of security operatives on ground to forcibly whisk him away into the helicopter while the crowd cheered joyfully. That is what we want. I am contesting as a Nigerian, according to Peter Obi. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mazi Peter Obi, has come out to clear the air about contesting as a Nigerian and not as a Biafran agitator. According to him, he is running for the office of President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a Nigerian, not as a Biafran or as an IPOB or as an ESN member. Obi cleared the air that he wasn't contesting in the support of any Biafra agitation because, according to him, Biafra was stopped existing about 52 years ago, and it has remained so for him in his history. The Nigerian News report that the Labour Party flag bearer made this pronouncement when he was featured on Brekete Family show in Abuja on Monday. According to him, his reaction was against the backdrop of agitation of the sovereign state of Biafra, which is popular among some sections of the southeast. You get it? If you don't get it, then you better forget it. So if you are calling people to be Biafra or whatever it is being called, or contesting as a Biafra, just like what I read this morning concerning this what do they call it? Concerning this Reno Mokli, who bent on just only to assassinate people's character. That is what he is good in. Although he made us to understand that he is a controversial human being and is a table shaker. So he keeps shaking the table for his principle. I don't want to call names. But now, not remembering that, man, whatever you are doing in this life, you have to first of all look at your principal or whoever you are defending first before you can be able to make anything meaningful out of it. The young man is just fooling himself here and there, thinking that forgetting that the more you criticize P2B, what you are indirectly what you are doing is what you are promoting him, and you are making people to know that somebody like P2B. You understand me? It was the critics that brought Tinubu to limelight. If not, who knows Tinubu? That is, let's I'll say the truth now. If not, who knows Tinubu? It was all these critics of health issues, over 30 years of as a drug kingpin and money launderer or whatever it's being called, that had case in the U.S. So that is why people keep criticizing his submitted what do they call it, result that is not even his own according to them, to the INEC. And the age difference there, nobody can be able to say whether he was born in 1952 or 1954. Even he himself don't even know his age. What a word. And the controversies surrounding the school he attended, who are his parents, and where did he come exactly, because a lot of Lagosians have debunked that this man is never a Lagosian. And bear it in mind that Lagos is no man's land. Lagos is no man's land, that they have been there. You are born and raised in Lagos does not mean that your parents are from Lagos. Yes, of course, that is the simple truth there. So let us not mix all these things. Some people have been born and live, even so most of the Igbos have been born and live in Lagos from the day they know this earth. They know they were just in Lagos and they died in Lagos. That does not make them Lagosians. They are just foreigners there. Yes, they are foreigners. By right, they will say, oh, they will give you citizen, they will give you like this, they will give you like that. They give you paper does not make you the citizen of that area. There was time when you commit something, that is when you will know that they will let you know that, my dear, that is one thing about citizenship and a real bona fide indigen of that very area. Please, let's take the last but not the least on our hand here. Only ignorant people are saying Buhari has not done well, according to Lai Mohammed. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has given the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari a pass mark in terms of infrastructure and economic developments. He submitted on Thursday that those criticizing Buhari government are ignorant and do not understand how infrastructure investment encourage economic development. The minister said the current administration is poised to continue to deliver dividends of democracy with the commissioning of more landmark infrastructural projects, according to Lai Mohammed. According to him, the infrastructural projects are opening up the rural areas, creating employment opportunities both directly and indirectly, as well as making life easier for Nigerians. I have not seen anyone. All the federal roads we know that have spoiled for decades are still there, so I don't know what you are talking about. Nigerian News report that Lai made the submission while speaking at the 18th edition of the PA President Muhammadu Buhari's scorecard series. In his words, critics of the administration are wont to say that while it has done well in the area of infrastructure, it has not fared well in the area of economy. With due respect, statements like this are born out of ignorance, according to you. Ignorant man, we salute you. Let me say that the Buhari administration is ready to deliver another dividend of democracy to Nigerians. As you are aware, the much ballyhooed second Niger bridge has been completed and will soon be commissioned well. I am happy to announce today that another highly valuable bridge and road are ready for commissioning in the next few weeks. Where are the bridge? I'm almost here of the 2,055 kilometers local Oweto Bridge over River Benue and the 74 kilometer Nasarawa local road linking Nasarawa and Benue states. The road and the bridge are a game changer and economic booster for the two states in particular and the nation in general, according to Lai Mohammed. As you are aware, critics of the administration are wont to say that while it has done well in the area of infrastructure, it has not fared well in the area of economy, With due respect, statements like this are born of ignorance. This is because infrastructure is a key driver of economic development, meaning that when you are building modern infrastructure, as this administration is doing, you are actually putting in place the building blocks of economics and social development. When you are constructing roads and bridges, you create jobs as well as you will employ workers. You will trigger economic activities as you will buy sand, granite, cement, and other construction materials. You create a mini economy around the construction site as food sellers and others convey there to cater to the needs of the workers. Look at what the Minister of Information and Culture say. Look at, hey, just like what Temifil Saver said the other day, that even him buying fuel at the price of 300 naira is nothing bad because you have the money. Then what about people who use that thing to do their normal businesses? If a government should buy a liter of fuel at 300, how much is he going to charge the passengers that he will carry? And all these things fall back to the poor masses. Let me illustrate this further with the Nasarawa local road and the local Oweto bridge. This infrastructure alone have cut the journey from the eastern part of the country to Abuja by 3 hours. Travelers coming from Enugu to Abuja today who have no business in Lafia can come straight to Abuja via Kefi, therefore saving 3 hours as a result of the completion of this bridge and its access road. Also, the 74 kilometers road linking Loco to Kefi used to take about 3 hours before it was an 8 road. Today, however, within the completion of the road, the same journey takes only 30 minutes. With the saying that time is money, you can then imagine the economic implication of the time saved. Secondly, the road and the bridge project came with the electrification of the communities around there. The provision of the electricity means more economic activities for the people and, of course, more jobs. Thirdly, the communities traversed by these facilities, which are agrarian and fishy communities, have received economic boost and reduction in waste as they can more easily evacuate their products and also preserve them. And lastly, the communities now provided with better access through the road and the bridges are witness an increase in mining activities, farming, fishing, trading. The Nasarawa local road and local Oweto bridge are clear testimonies to the role of infrastructure in economic and social development. So, my good people of Biafra, the lovers of freedom and lovers of mankind, this is where we are coming to the end of this broadcast. And also subscribe to my channel and to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the discussion button so that you will be notified time we go live or post something on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk from my own side. Please, as I always said, go and get your PVC, vote wisely. Peter B said, do not vote anybody who cannot stand for 30 minutes and be talking to the masses, or who cannot make a single speech without not looking at any written script. So that is what Gregory Ubi have said. So when I don't hear them, until I come your way again, I am signing out now. Bye.